what it don't do. It's your boy Self-Conscious, man, and I'm tapping in with another live video. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Like, share, subscribe, comment, turn on all post notification bells. Your boy's out the heat. I'm back in the AC, and I'm ready to go hard in the paint. I told y'all I got some content I'm about to bless y'all with. I need y'all to come on in the room right now. And when you come in the room, make sure you hit that like button, you sharing, you subscribing, you comment, you turn on all post notification bells, dropping cash apps. You doing everything, super chats, man. Come on, man. Today is the day, man. We got to get busy today because I got some new content for y'all. My boy Donald Trump went hard in the paint, and I ain't even going to hold y'all. I ain't even going to keep you waiting for it. I ain't even going to keep you waiting. I ain't even going to keep you waiting. I'm going to go ahead and give you the business out the gate. I'm going to give you the business out the gate. Flat foot, get it. I ain't even gonna keep you waiting. I'm finna give you the business off the gate. That's right, I ain't even gonna keep you waiting.
President Donald Trump literally took a bullet for our country. He was hit and he went down, but Donald Trump got up. Boy, did he ever get up. And he lifted his fist in triumph and defiance. His strength on character in full display. And when he rose, we all rose, and America rose. President Trump looked out on all of us at the time. He looked out in America and he said, fight, fight, fight. I don't think he knew how seriously he was hit. I think maybe he thought he was uttering his last words. But all I do know is that we all need to fight for the America we love. We will keep up the faith, yes. But oh yes, we will keep up the fight. So, our likely opposition for the White House, Kamala Harris. You can say that again. Covered up more than anyone else the mental decline of Joe Biden. And she continues to cover up the realities of the administration's failed policies, which is why we must defeat her. The Democrats' machine have no respect for democracy or the will of the people, especially when the will of the people gets in the way of their winning elections. They took Joe Biden out only because President Trump was beating him so badly. Now radical Kamala wants to be president. She wants to make the borders even more open. She wants to abolish ICE. She wants to ban fracking. Her energy policy is gas backwards. She favors boys playing in girls' sports. She's proud of it. She thinks it's great. She will order a mandatory buyback of your firearms. She stated on many occasions. She has a plan to confiscate your firearms. Who here supports the Second Amendment with Donald Trump? Yes, we do. Real wacky San Francisco stuff. So I wonder sometimes, is there anyone besides George Soros and the left-wing media that likes this socialist agenda? I don't think so. We want common sense, and we want to put America first. President Trump, everyone, we know he's for the red, but he's actually for the blue. But he's always for the red, white, and blue. Secure borders, strong national security, the most competitive economy in the world peace, freedom from big government, and the proudest military on earth. Speaking of the proudest military, why don't we ask our veterans to stand? Let's give them a hand. Thank you for your service. Thank you for our freedom. My fellow Americans, this is the most important election of our lives. We must vote Republican, and we have many great candidates. We must vote for Stacey Garrity for treasurer. There she is. We must vote for Tim DeFore for Auditor General. We must vote for Dave Sunday for Attorney General. And we must vote for our hometown favorite Congressman, the one and only Scott Perry, who will be out here in a couple of minutes. And for those in the 9th Congressional, I wouldn't mind if you vote for me too. I appreciate that. And for U.S. Senate, Dave McCormick. So, what Donald Trump brings to this election is strength for America. Kamala Harris and the Democrats bring weakness.
That's right.
Let's swamp the vote. Let's be too big, too rigged. Let's elect Donald J. Trump and J.D. Vance. God bless you.
Let's go.
Now, I have the honor of introducing a great American, Miss Tiffany Hall. Please welcome her.
Hello everyone, my name is Tiffany Hall and I'm a long life resident of Columbia, PA in Lancaster County. I'm a single mother of 4 great kids ranging in ages 2 to 10. Like many parents, I wonder what the future will look like for my children as life continues to get increasingly more expensive and harder due to disastrous liberal policies. The Biden and Harris agenda has proven time and time again it does not work for the lower to middle class. Biden and Harris like to praise themselves for the economic policies, but the truth is that Biden, and especially Kamala, have been dangerously incompetent and dangerously far left. So, I'm going to read some bullet points here. Feel free to make some noise if you agree. 1, gas is so high, thanks to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris' delusional anti-energy agenda, that I cannot afford to put my children into sports. The price of groceries are so inflated because of Biden and Kamala's reckless spending that $100 barely fills a few grocery bags. 3, electricity and gas keep skyrocketing, so I have to look for additional resources for help. I spend many sleepless nights trying to see where I can pull money from to be able to afford back-to-school clothes, shoes, supplies for my children this school year. I have found myself among many Americans who are trying to get cash advances to pay for things as simple as glasses for me and my children or other out-of-pocket health expenses. Many friends of mine are not even able to comfortably afford housing or upkeep of their cars. Grandparents cannot retire because they're busy helping to raise their grandchildren, our children. I know many parents struggling with mental health due to the inflation that's consistently affecting our economy, and how their best isn't good enough due to an economy that doesn't work for the working class. Many of us can't go out on vacations or getaways because somewhere else in our budget will be negatively impacted by it. Are you guys like me? Are you guys tired of struggling to pay for basic necessities? Like many of you, I'm barely getting by living paycheck to paycheck. Not only has the economy completely collapsed under Biden and Kamala, their educational priorities and mandates have crippled students, educators, and parents. I am an emotional and autistic support paraprofessional for a local school district. I love my job and the difference that I feel I make. But I also get a front row view of what out-of-touch educational policies do to our next generation. Biden and Kamala Harris feel the government knows better than parents. Being an educator and a parent, I strongly disagree. Biden and Kamala wish to fund their liberal agenda over programs that teach children reading and math. Is this acceptable to you? Is not to me. We need to return to the basics. We need leaders with common sense, and we need to get the government out of the way. Lastly, we need President Donald Trump back in the White House so he and soon-to-be Vice President J.D. Vance can restore our economy, stop the indoctrination of our children, and remind us that the American dream is alive and well. It's time to band together as Americans and make sure President Trump is elected, because he is the key to making America great again.
That's America. Looking out at all of you, boy, oh boy, am I looking at some great American patriots. You know what? There's one American patriot above all else that I just want to give a shout out to, and that's my friend Jim Worthington. He's here with his wife, Kimberly. Let's give Jim a hand. He's doing more to re-elect. He's a non-stop worker. Jim, thank you very much. All right, folks, I now have the honor of bringing out Mr. Frank Hancock with some great words of encouragement and patriotism for all of us. Frank, please come on out.
Okay, I'm Frank Hancock. I've lived here in central Pennsylvania for about 30 years. A little bit about me. I graduated from West Point in 1972. I commissioned as an infantry officer, went to Airborne Ranger School. During Desert Storm, I was a battalion commander with the 101st Airborne Division, and I retired in 2002 as a colonel. Then I went to Cedar Cliff High School and taught Army JROTC for 16 years. When President Trump became president in January 2017, he inherited a small military, but a pretty good army. At that time, ISIS was a major player in the Middle East. About May or June of 2017, I noticed there was nothing about ISIS in the newspaper, so I went to the War College and asked one of my bubbas, what happened to ISIS? He simply said, they're eliminated. So that's when I knew how President Trump was going to govern. He gets results, right? So with no fanfare, ISIS is eliminated. In his 4 years, President Trump used other elements of power to solve traditional military problems. Using a tariff or a sanction instead of bullets is absolutely fine with those folks who have to...
Come on, guys. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Let's go. Let's go. Come on in the room, man. Come on in the room. Where y'all at? Don't keep me waiting now. Let's go. We got 58 people in the room and 5 likes. We got to change that right now. That's got to change right now. Go.
Thank you very much.
Let's go.
No, they did an amazing job. And we have, by the way, we have the doctor, one of the great doctors was there. He worked on Corey, actually. Corey had a hard time. Corey is special. Thank you, doctor. Appreciate it very much. Great doctors. The job they did on David Dutch and James Copenhaver was just incredible. And as you know, they brought him back from very, very seriously wounded. They were going to be, maybe not with us. It was a group of us, but they are doing really well now. They're making it. They're going to be fine. Not going to be perfect, maybe, but who is? Who is? As we get older, who is perfect? But the doctors were so great. They had 2 great doctors also. And most of all, we lift our memory to the brave firefighter who was so cruelly taken from us, Corey.
Comparator, Corey Comparator. A very brave guy, loved by his family and his friends. He was really loved, too. In his last act on this earth, Corey threw himself over his wife and daughters and died shielding them from the bullets of a very disturbed guy. Corey is a hero to all of us, I want to thank a friend of mine, too. I'm not going to mention his name because he's pretty well known. And he came up to me, he said, would it be okay if I presented Corey's wife and family with a check? And I said, yeah, it would be okay with me. It's certainly okay. And he handed me a check for $1 million. $1 million. Think of that. Thank you, Dan. So he was very generous.
We need to start this live over. I need y'all in the room, man. Let's go. Let's get it, man. What's happening? Let's get it, man. I got the great. Let me pause this for a minute. Come on, man. I don't think y'all understand what's going on right now. I don't think we understand what's going on right now. 228 people and only 19 likes. What are we talking about? We got Donald Trump on the TV. I know I got out of 280 people, 200 of them better be Republicans. I need y'all to smash that like button. Let's get it, man. You got the great Trump right now. Let's go. Let's stop playing with it. Stop playing with it, man. Let's get this thing rolling, man. We got Trump on. Let's get this thing going. There shouldn't be more Democrats in my room right now than Republicans, period. At all. I ain't going for that. Where you at? I ain't going for that. Where you at?
So,
You're not going for that. Where you at?
but you know what? Corey's wife said, I'd rather have my husband. Isn't that good? I know a lot of wives that would not say that. I'm sorry. They would not say that.
Let's
But
go.
no, it's a great family. He was a great man. He was a brave man. He saw what was happening and he jumped
go.
up and he got hit. But we will carry Corey's spirit of love and devotion and patriotism with us for all time. And we will never forget Corey or his beautiful family. And maybe let's have a brief moment of silence in memory of Corey, great Pennsylvanian. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Beautiful. Beautiful. That is the most quiet I have ever heard an arena. I have never heard, you could hear a pin drop. No, it's amazing. It's a beautiful thing. In the wake of this heinous attack, we gather tonight more determined than ever. Our resolve is unbroken and our will is undeterred. Nothing will stop us on our mission to make America great again. Nothing's going to stop us. Our country is doing badly. Front row Joe's over here. Front row Joe's, look at them. They've been to 212 events. You know, I'm pretty sure we have their vote. I'm not sure. You can never be sure of anything. You're voting for Trump.
Everything good,
Okay. Front row Joe's. They love us and we love them. Thank you very much. Thanks, everybody. But as we're fighting to bring back the American dream for you and your family, the radical left Democrat Party bosses have installed a puppet candidate to fight only for themselves. Kamala Harris got 0 votes. She's totally scripted, owned, and controlled by the donors and the power brokers who created her campaign and who rip off our government and make billions and billions of dollars. They want to call them up and they want to They want to deal with her, and I didn't deal like that. I never dealt like that. I didn't need the money. I said, no, I don't want to do that. I told a lot of guys that I like and some guys that I don't like, but very rich people, I just can't do that. I can't do it. They want to do the telephone systems. They want to do lots of little things like that. We'd like to take over the telephone system of the United States. I'm sorry, I can't do that. But unlike her, I cannot be bought and I cannot be controlled. I have no interest in that. My only loyalty is to you, the people. And you know that. Well, I could have had such a nice, easy life. I could be at a nice place right now, relaxing, watching the waves breaking. But I'd rather be right here in Harrisburg with you. People that built our country. You're the people that built our country. I mean, some people don't like saying that, but you are indeed the people that built the country. We have, no matter where we go, we have the most incredible people. After lying to the country for years about Joe Biden's mental and physical condition, Kamala is now being given a personality makeover. Don't forget, 4 weeks ago, she was like considered the worst. Not smart, terrible, the worst vice president in history. He's the worst president we've ever had. But they were considered terrible. And all of a sudden, she's the new Margaret Thatcher. That happened, right? The great Margaret Thatcher. No, I don't think so. But you're gonna learn little things like defund the police. That doesn't work, does it, huh? You're gonna learn. Because everything about Kamala Harris rollout, it's phony and it's fake. Did you see when President Obama and Michelle called? Did you see? Hello? Hello? Yes. Yes. Who is this? Oh, this is Michelle and Barack. Oh. So surprised to hear. They got 4 cameras in front. Oh, I'm so surprised. It's on speakerphone. Listen, we just want to congratulate you on destroying Joe Biden. I mean, on winning the... Hey, is Joe Biden gonna... Was that the phoniest phone call you've ever seen? How do you think, Dan? What do you think? Dan Muser, great congressman. What do you think? Was that a phony phone call? You wouldn't do it. You wouldn't get away. In your district, you wouldn't get away with it, would you? But she's a defund the police radical trying to pass herself off as a tough on crime prosecutor. She wasn't tough on crime. She's only tough on guys like me because they want to go after their political opponents. And we won the big case in Florida. Did you see? We won it. And he had a similar case, but it was much worse, and he didn't have the Presidential Records Act. He had a similar case, and you know, the special counsel, which is basically special prosecutor, adjudged him to be essentially mentally incompetent, with poor memory, but a nice old guy. He's not old. You know, 81 is not old. I have friends that are 95 that are still, Bernie Marcus, founder of Home Depot, 95 years old, still sharp. I spoke to him the other day. I said, I think you're smarter now than you were 30 years ago. I don't know what's going on. I said, what's going on? It's working every, 81 is not old. And, but he's different. He's a bad 81. He's a bad 81. And he's destroying our country, I'll tell you. And she's worse than he is. She is actually worse than he is because she's a real radical left. He's a phony radical left. He didn't believe this stuff. He didn't believe in open borders, and she does. She wants to open your borders. She wants to have all-electric cars. She loves the all-electric car mandate. She destroyed San Francisco. But she's the architect of the border invasion, trying to pretend she's strong on border security. She's now pretending that she was never called the border czar. She was called the border czar the first day. She was the border czar. And she never went. She actually went, you know, they fact-check me. Anything I say is like a little... She actually went to a beautiful part of the border. I would love to take my First Lady wife to have dinner. It's beautiful. Very safe. Now, she didn't go to the real border, did she, Front Row Joe? She went to a nice little place, was there for a short period of time and left. So she's never really been to the border, and she's the border czar, and our country's being invaded with people from prisons and people from mental institutions and terrorists. She's a failed vice president leading a failed administration while trying to convince you that she represents hope and change. Well, she does represent change. She wants to turn us into a communist country. That's her change. She was voted the most unpopular vice president in history. That's hard for a vice president to be that unpopular, right? Just like Biden will go down as the single worst president in the history of our nation. The happiest man is Jimmy Carter. He's an old guy right now. He's an old guy, but he's happy because his administration is considered brilliant. Brilliant by comparison to this disaster that we have right now. In her speech in Atlanta last night, Kamala Harris even tried to outbrand a new Southern accent. Did you hear a new accent? If I ever did that, all of those people back there, look at them, look at all those cameras. Oh, when I go through hell, I'd have a week of hell if I ever tried to do that. The contrast could not be more stark. On the one hand, you have a radical left puppet candidate who is fake, fake, fake. And on the other hand, you have a president who will fight, fight, fight for America. This is a hell of a big arena. How many seats? This looks like Madison Square Garden. This is a big, beautiful place. Wow. I didn't care. Although they prefer that we be in an arena. I don't know why. But we're not giving up the outdoor rallies. You know, all those people that we had to turn away today at an outdoor rally, we had 107,000 people show up in New Jersey. 107,000. But you know, in the South Bronx, we had 25,000 people. It was like a love fest. South Bronx, tough place, but it was a lot of love. No matter how much Kamala Harris tries to change her image, she cannot change this fact. She is the most extreme liberal candidate in the history of our country by far. She's an extreme radical left lunatic. And you know, I've been saying for the last 6 months, I've been saying about politicians, because I really know politicians. Well, I've dealt with them on both sides, and you know, then I said, let's do this, you know, thank you. But when a politician comes out early on with an idea like she wants to defund the police and all these other things she wants to do, really bad things, that's where they're at. They're going to be there eventually, right? Mike Kelly, stand up, Mike, will you please? This guy, he used to stand up. He's my friend. He endorsed me on day one, right? Day one. Day one. He endorsed me before I was running. He said, that guy's got to run. I endorsed him. I didn't even run. How many endorsements do I have? Well, you got Kelly of Pennsylvania. I wasn't running. Anyway, thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. He would stand out at those outdoor rallies when it was 10 degrees below zero and it was 97 degrees out without a shirt on. It's not that pretty a sight. Not that pretty, but he had no fear. He's a tough guy and they love him. They love you in this state. Kamala Harris co-sponsored Bernie Sanders' $32 trillion socialist takeover of the entire U.S. health care system. Think of this. U.S. health care, it would mean that we're going to have to raise your taxes, bankrupt our country, and she supported outlawing all of the private health insurance. A lot of people in this room have some people want private health. Some of it's incredible. You go to these companies, they're doing an incredible job. They want to be able to, she wants that banned and she wants that outlawed. You can't buy that anymore. You're paying for it, but it's great stuff. I mean, some of the companies have unbelievable, the golden plans and all that, and she wants it to be ended. She pledged to give free taxpayer-funded health care to all illegal aliens. Think of that. Oh, and she'll do that. which will totally destroy our social security system. She sponsored a bill to give illegal aliens taxpayer-funded lawyers so they could sue us. And she called for abolishing ICE. These are unbelievable patriots, by the way. They're almost as tough as our congressman sitting in the front. They're almost as tough as the man that's going to be your next governor, by the way. He's tough, too. He's tough. He's a great military hero. And he'll come up. I'm allowed to have him up for a little while, right? Just a couple of minutes, right? He's great. He's great. And I hear you doing very well. But you get ready. You get ready. You got to knock them dead. She compared ICE agents to members of the KKK. She likened Border Patrol agents to practitioners of human slavery. We have a lot of those great people here tonight, like Brandon Judd, the head of the union, Paul. We have so many different people. And they didn't like that analogy too much. She voted in favor of deadly sanctuary cities numerous times. She supports open borders. That's all you'd have to hear. I think 2 words. You know, they say, sir, go down a list. We have a list of 25 things. All you really have to say is 2 things. Open borders, defund the police. The rest is all, but, you know, although she is going to kill Social Security, because by putting all of these illegal aliens into Social Security, it's dead. It's dead. She opposes even saying the words illegal alien and radical Islamic terrorist. She backs mass amnesty, and citizenship for all illegals. She supports mandatory gun confiscation. Would anybody mind, Mr. Congressman, would they mind having their guns ripped out of their arms as they enter their house or their apartment? I don't think so. I don't think. She said that 70 to 80% tax rate is, quote, a very bold idea, something that we have to discuss very seriously. She likes it. And you know, all my life I've watched politicians, and they've always said, we will reduce your taxes, we will reduce your taxes, we will cut your taxes. They want to give you a tax increase of 5 times what you're paying now. How the hell do you get elected? This country is so screwed up. Everything's backwards. We want open border, we want taxing. How do you like to be a politician? We want open borders, we want tax increases, we want all electric cars so that you can go 15 minutes before you charge it up. And for all the congressmen that are here, in the Midwest, they built 8 charging stations. Now, you know what that is? That's like a gas pump with electricity coming out. Just a charging terminal. It cost $9 billion. Did you hear that, Mike? Did you hear that? Scott, he's another tough. We got tough congressmen here. These are tough cookies, these Pennsylvania guys. Wow, look at that. We're going to introduce them in a second. Scott. So they spent $9 billion on 8 charging stations, 2 of which never worked. I don't think any of them worked. She wants government intervention to slash consumption of red meat. They don't want red meat. That means they don't want your cows. Get rid of your cows. Would anybody like to keep red meat? Raise your hand. You know, think of it. Borders and electric mandate and all the things. Red meat. Oh, how the hell do you get elected, right? You know how they get elected? By cheating. They get elected by cheating. Because they want to raise your taxes by 5 times. Oh, please vote for me. I'm going to raise your taxes 5 times higher. But the red meat is to fight climate change, okay? Climate change. She supports ending cash bail to immediately release criminals upon arrest. If they kill somebody, no bail, don't worry about it, no cash. You just killed 3 people, no. Let's let them out in Harrisburg. It's a wonderful place. And in 2020, she personally urged her followers to donate money to bail out the violent rioters, get them right out of jail, including murderers. You know what that was all about, right? In Minnesota, which I think we have a good chance of winning. Hasn't been won since 1972 by a Republican. And we're leading. Tom Emmer's going to bring that one home, they tell me. He's going to bring it home. This November, the American people are going to reject Kamala Harris's dangerous liberal extremism in a massive landslide. We're gonna, too big to rig, right? Too big to rig. Too big to rig. We're not going to let her turn the United States into a communist San Francisco colony. We're not gonna let it happen. That's what they want to do. They want to destroy our country. She's the worst. She was a bad DA long before you had your DA, long before you had some of these DAs that you have, as you know, in Philadelphia and Pennsylvania, but in Los Angeles, all over the place, all over the place. You have bad DAs, you have radical left, horrible DAs that are funded by Soros and others, and they're weak. They're just weak on crime. They don't mind if somebody murders somebody. They don't want them to go to jail. You can kill somebody now. Our country is sick. The mindset of our country is sick. And we're not going to let her do to Pennsylvania what she did to California. She destroyed San Francisco, one of the best cities in the world, and it's in tatters. So she's a liberal from California. She ruined the state. She ruined one of the greatest cities in the world. You know, 15 years ago, a great friend of mine, Bob Tisch, great guy, who's an owner of the New York Giants, and a very smart guy, wonderful guy too. Maybe even longer, a little longer than 50. He said San Francisco is the best city in our country. And today it's a disaster, just a disaster. He passed away quite a while ago, and he would look down and say, what the hell happened to that city? But he thought San Francisco was one of the greats. He thought Chicago was one of the greats. You know, Chicago on July 4th weekend had 117 shootings and 17 people died. Think of it. This is not even believable. When you hear about Afghanistan and the horrible job that this president did with Afghanistan, a low point, but they don't have anything like that. In one of the most astoundingly phony moments in her speech last night, Kamala Harris bragged and, quote, I will proudly put my record against Donald Trump's any day of the week. I will put it against Donald Trump. This got one of the worst records in anywhere. Well, Kamala, let's go. Challenge accepted. Are you ready? Let's compare our record point by point. I can't believe I'm doing it. You know, the weird thing, I mean, 2 weeks ago I was talking about Biden. I didn't even know her name. Nobody did. Kamala, hello. Beautiful. I didn't even know her name, Kamala. I heard she was a rotten border czar. That's about all I knew about her. Her only job was the border, and she never went there. But 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, it was all about Biden. Then I kept hearing they were going to steal it from him, and I said, you know, it's hard to do, because I understand when you have the delegates. He had all the he had 100% of the delegates. He had 14 million votes. I said, you can't really do it. But then they threatened him very strongly. They said, you're incompetent, and we're going to get you out. He just won, you know. No, if they happen to be right, he was incompetent, but these are minor details. No, he just won. He had all the votes. And he could have said no, but he was afraid. And he's an angry man right now. Here's the big question I have. Will he be invited to the Democrat National Convention? Will he be invited? Mr. Congressman, I don't know. Now he will, because I'm mentioning it. If I didn't mention it, he would not be invited. But now they have to invite him. But you know what's crazy, the craziest thing? So you don't mind if I go off teleprompter all the time. It's such a shame. I have these great speechwriters, they really are. Ross and Vince, they're great. They're the best speechwriters. And I hardly speak about this. I could read the most gorgeous speech, but you may be bored to tears. No, they're beautiful. The words are beautiful. Everything's great. The sun will rise. The moon will set. The oceans will glisten. I say, that's beautiful, but I'm not sure that Harrisburg wants to hear that stuff. What do you think, Congressman? What do you think? Doctor, I don't think so. No, they are great, but I tend to go off about 75% of the time. But you know, the hard part is that 3 or 4 weeks ago, I was talking about Biden. He's incompetent. He's a horrible president. He's the worst president in the history of the country. Now I say she's the worst vice president, which is true. She's considered the worst. She's the most unpopular vice president in the history of the country. She did a transformation. You know, the press is very corrupt. You know that. They gave her a transformation like Houdini. That was a Houdini-like, that was a magic trick. But don't worry, she's going to fall because it's not about him or her, it's about the policies. They're the same and they're horrible, right? But they gave her so, you know, it's sort of like, I don't know if anybody watch UFC as an example. Do you watch it, right? Dana White, the great Dana White. Did you see him? He introduced me the other day at our convention. We had the greatest convention in the history of politics, in my opinion. Thank you, Milwaukee and Wisconsin. The arena was beautiful. It was unbelievable. But Dana White introduced me, and he heads up UFC. He's done an incredible job. But it's almost like you're having a fight between two guys, and one guy is getting beat up bad. Then he goes to a debate, right? The debate didn't work out too well. How did the debate work out for him? I don't think so good, Scott. The debate didn't work out exactly good. Then he tried to recover from the debate by going out every day, and it got worse and worse. It was a basic disaster. But it's like having two fighters, and the one guy's getting beat up really badly, and they say, all right, stop the fight. Come on out. I'll put a new one in. That's what we have here. Kamala is the new fighter. Who cares? Under my leadership, we achieved the most secure border in U.S. history. You know that, because you didn't have people sleeping on your lawn all night. We ended catch and release. We stopped asylum, fraud, coal. We got remain in Mexico. Remember that one? You think that was easy to get? I call up the president of Mexico, a friend of mine. He's a socialist, but still he was a friend of mine. He gave us many, many thousands of troops to guard our border while we were building the wall. I built hundreds of miles of wall, and then they didn't want to finish it up, which could have taken place very quickly. But think of it. But, you know, we got remain, think of it, remain in Mexico. That means you can't come into our country. You have to remain in Mexico until you get approved, of which very few people got approved. You think that was easy? That wasn't easy. Negotiated historic safe third agreements, which are complex. I won't waste your time, but they were great. With Central American nations, built 571 miles. Think of that, a border wall. We're going to add another 200, far more than I said I was going to build. And it was working. It was working. It was good. We had the best illegal immigration non-flow, I call it. They were having a hard time. Also, drugs were way down. Human trafficking was way down. It's human trafficking in women, mostly. You know, it sounds ancient, human trafficking. It sounds like something from 1,000 years ago, but it's as big a business in a sense as the drug business. And the reason is because of the internet. The internet made human trafficking a very, very big and horrible business. They traffic in women. They put them in the trunk of a car. They put them in the back seat, and they close it up, and you can't even breathe. And they bring them across the border. We had knocked it down cold, and now it's at a level 5 times greater than it ever was before. Nobody's there to check. Nobody's to look at the car. Nobody knows who's there, who's in it. But you can see it on a certain chart that I have. You know, this chart saved my life. Where is that chart? Chart. I'm going to sleep with that chart for the rest of my life. That chart. You know, the amazing thing, you know, the people that operate the computers and all the brilliant equipment we have backstage, she said to me, she's great. She should come out. Just tell her to come out here for a second. Quick. You got to get her out. She's never done this before. She saved my life, in a sense. I said, you saved my life. Here she is. Wow. she's a computer genius. She saved my life. No. So, you know, the story is over, but that chart, I only used it probably less than 20% of the time. So in other words, we do the rallies and stuff. Sometimes I'll pull it down, sometimes I won't, because I do things a little bit at random while I'm up here. Hello, look at a big fella back there. But I do things a little bit at random. But two things about the chart. It's always on my left, which means I'm gone. It's always on my left. If it was on my left, I have Mr. Governor, Mr. Future Governor. I have no chance, because it would have been perfect hit. And it's only used a little bit. And I always use it at the end of a speech. I never used it early. In fact, you were saying today it was something we were really sort of flabbergasted because you called for it at the very beginning of your speech. And that chart, I'm so proud of it. Now I like it much more than I liked it before. But see the arrow on the bottom? That's the lowest level of illegal immigration in the history of our country recorded. And that was the last week of my presidency, Mike. So that was the last week, and look what happened to our country after that. And those are now a little bit old, because if you look on the right, it's a little bit old. Those numbers are much higher. They right now would go off the ceiling. And that's what happened to our country in a short period of time, 3.5 years. But look at that number and look at that arrow. So anyway, much more importantly right now, I say, I'm talking about illegal immigration real quick. I said, you know what, pull up the chart. Pull it up. And they weren't ready but they're so good. And I said, wow, that was so quick. There's nobody over here except for this lunatic. And because the crowd was massive, as far as the eye could see, I mean, that's why I love those outdoor sites, because you don't have to send 20,000 people back home. And I hate to do that. They come out and they want to get in, and then you get the seats. Would anybody like to give up your seat? I thought you were nicer people than that in Pennsylvania. Anyway, so I say chart, and I go like this, and the chart, pew. So a couple of things. She told me today, she said, you know, the amazing thing is you always call for the chart at the end of the speech, not the beginning. So that was one factor. That's crazy. It's always on your left, not your right. It happened to be on the right this time. I don't think I've ever seen it on the right. And various other things. And if I'm here, it's over. If I'm here, it's no good. I had to be exactly, because he was exactly where that very beautiful woman in the white is, right? Stand up. That's exactly. And my son said, that's not a long distance, 100. I don't know so much about shooting, other than I'm very good for the Second Amendment, I can tell you, but I don't know so much about shooting. But I know about sports, I know about golf. He said, that's like sinking a 2-foot putt, Dad. That would be the equivalent, is that right? He actually said it might be less than that, because some people can't sink a 2-foot putt, like Biden. I would say Biden. Biden can't say. But that's like sinking. Did anybody see the Bryson DeChambeau thing? That was cool. We had a good time. He's a great guy, great young athlete. So all these things, and you know, then you figure, what are the odds that happened, right? Where you're literally exactly there. You hadn't made the full turn. But that chart will always be my world's most favorite chart for a lot of reasons. Number one is that day in Butler, Pennsylvania. Number two is, look at those numbers. That was the lowest number of illegal aliens that we've ever had. So it really was a very important, that was a very important thing. It was done by Border Patrol. Now let's examine the record of Border Czar Harris. She inherited the strongest border in U.S. history and immediately turned it into the worst border nightmare in the history of the world. There's no country in the world that's ever had a border like this. I think the real number is 20 million people, maybe more. Nobody knows. You know, you have a thing called gotaways. We have millions of gotaways, meaning people that weren't caught, they got away. Upon taking office, Harris and Biden stopped wall construction, halted all deportations, protected sanctuary cities, ended remain in Mexico and our asylum cooperation agreements, which are very important, and allowed a gigantic invasion of our country bringing in millions and millions of illegal aliens at levels never seen before. Now, actually, other than that, I thought she's doing a very good job, right? She's done a wonderful job. She's the worst ever. And she's going to be your president. She will destroy our country. This November, the American people are going to compare these records, and they're going to tell Baltazar Harris, you have done a horrible job. You're a disgrace to our country. You're fired. Get out of here. You're fired. Get out. Get the hell out of here. But Kamala is protected by the fake news. They're trying to delete everything she said. Hey, did you ever see the Unselect Committee? The Unselect Committee on January 6th, did you see where they went and deleted and destroyed all evidence? Was deleted and destroyed. So I think, Dan, you and all of my friends here, they should be indicted for that. They destroyed evidence. You know why? Because the evidence showed that we were innocent. The evidence showed that Nancy Pelosi should have had protection at the Capitol that I offered her, and they turned it down. The evidence showed that all these stories were fake, including me wanting to grab a big, strong Secret Service agent around the neck. Think of this. Think of this. I'm in a car. I say, fellas, I'd love to go down to the Capitol. Sir, we don't think it's good because, you know, you're very exposed there to all that. Okay. I said, you don't think we can? No. So I said, all right, where do you want to go? We'll go back to the White House. That's the experience. This one person had me getting extremely upset. I don't get upset. When somebody smart says, sir, you're probably better. And nothing was that. It was just people were walking down. Remember, patriotically, right? Right? Right. So they had me coming from the back of the car. Now, these guys are very strong. They're young and strong. Not as strong as me, but they're strong. And I grabbed the one guy driving, and he's got arms like this. I grabbed him, and I was rebuffed. And then I went over to the right, and I think he's like a world champion karate guy, right? Like a very tough cookie. Bobby. His name's Bobby. That's all I know, but I know him well. He's a good guy. And I grabbed him around the neck. And I began to twist and turn. And he was in tremendous pain because of the power of Trump. Tremendous pain. And then I went back to the White House, and I started. Which most people, I mean, honestly, most people would think that, you know, think of me grabbing these two strong, tough guys. That's what they do. The one guy said, you know, if somebody ever put their arms around me, he's trained automatically to go with his fingers like that. You know, that's what he's trained. I like other things better, personally. I'd like to run the country better. That's what I'd like to do, you know. So they're good with the finger. They're good with their fingers into the eye. The fingers into the eye, and you have a tendency to immediately let go and get a towel and start crying because it hurts. They say, oh, that hurts. No, it was all made up stuff, you know? It was all made up stuff. But wouldn't you think it is? I mean, who would believe Trump was so angry he grabbed the one guy who was rebuffed, then he grabbed the other one around the neck? These people are sick. Who would believe it? But probably some people do, even if it's 5 people. But some people would believe it. You know, they hear it. They deleted everything because the stories turned out to be false. They deleted everything. Nancy Pelosi turned down 10,000 troops or National Guard. If we had 500, you wouldn't have had a problem. And what you never see is the crowd. The crowd it was the largest crowd I've ever spoken before. And a small portion walked peacefully and patriotically down to the Capitol. You remember the term? Peacefully and patriotically. He's horrible. It's insurrection. You know, if you have an insurrection, you don't say peacefully and patriotically, right, Mike? You say, let's go. No, these are really bad people. These are crooked people. And then her daughter, you saw that about a month ago, her daughter taped her saying that it was her fault the day, their daughter is a cinematographer. I'm sure Nancy's thrilled. They just released a tape where Nancy is saying, this is my fault. This is during the thing, because she didn't accept my offer. She said, this is my fault. I could have stopped this. Now she's trying to say, well, she didn't really mean that. No, these are bad people. They're trying to delete everything that she said over the last, think of it, this is on Kamala, it's no different. Over the last 10 years, that's controversial or bad. It's like defund the police, the fact that she was given authority over the border, that, you know, they're trying to say that under no circumstances was she even in charge of the border. And the fake news is trying to delete everything. Are you seeing what's going on? They're trying to delete everything. But you know, it's a wonderful, the internet is wonderful in certain ways. We have every single copy of every article, but they're trying to delete it. Under crazy Kamala's policies, you know, when I got hit, everybody thought I was going to be a nice guy. And they thought I changed. Remember, just before the Republican convention. And nobody thought I'd be there. You know, it's not great to be there when your ear is slightly throbbing. Let's go to the convention, darling, to the First Lady. Let's go. But I got there. Next day I left, right? And it was the greatest convention. And it was like a convention like no other. It was a convention that we were all so proud of. But they all said, Trump is going to be a nice man now. He came close to death. And I really agreed with that for about 8 hours or so. And then I realized they were trying to put me in prison for doing absolutely nothing wrong. They went to judges who are crooked judges. They went to judges who are fake. They had prosecutors who were Democrat radical lefts, and always in areas where it's like 3% Republican or less. And I said, you know, these are bad people. So I was nice for about, what would you say, Dan, 3, 4, 5 hours. And then I said, these are bad people. We have to win this battle. And you know what? They're going to become nicer when we win. But we're going to have to win, I believe, to make them reasonable, because they are crazy. They are crazy. Under Kamala's policies, criminals, rapists, and vicious gang members are pouring in from South America, Asia, Africa, the Middle East, from prisons, from jails, from mental institutions, and insane asylum. You know, an insane asylum is a step above, right? This is, oh, they go crazy when they want to try and say, he's cognitively impaired. You know, I stand up here for 2 hours and I speak without a mistake. But when I say Hannibal Lecter, they say, why does he keep mentioning it? Because Hannibal Lecter was a serious psycho, right? He was Silence of the Lambs. Dr. Hannibal Lecter, he'd like to have you for dinner. See the man with the wall? Stand up. Look at this guy. He's here so much. He's great. He's great. He's a Trump voter. I don't think we have to worry about him, do we? He's a Trump voter all the way. But Hannibal Lecter would like to have you for dinner. But these people are now in our country, and they always, you know, actually it's quite clever, I think, but, you know, what do you do? But they're always saying, like, he mentions Hannibal Lecter. It doesn't make sense. No, it makes a lot of sense. They're coming into our country. And they're coming in from insane asylums, which are closing all over the world. It's not just South America, because we have the worst people representing our country. They laugh at the stupidity of these people all over the world. They're coming from the Congo in Africa, 22 prisoners right out of prisons from the Congo in Africa, not just South America. Meanwhile, our crime rate is going up. How about when they say our crime rate's going down? We just had 117 people shot. You could take just Chicago and the whole nation's crime rate. Look, these are bad people. They're phony people. They're liars. They cheat on elections. They do a lot of bad things. And we have to win this election, because crime statistics are a disaster. They're made up by people that work in the White House. And obviously the crime is getting worse because we have probably 20 million people in our country right now, and every single day you read about one of these horrible monsters from parts unknown who raped a young girl, killed her, cut them up, uses knives, not guns, because it's a slower death. These are monsters, and we have them in our country, and we're going to deport them at a level like nobody's ever seen. We're going to get them the hell out of our country. They're going back to the country from which they came. Because we have become a dumping ground for the world, and we're not going to take it anymore. We're going to get rid of these liberal lunatics like Kamala. Just yesterday it was reported that more than 1,000 members of the savage Venezuelan gang, Trendy Arguay, are plotting to conduct ambush attacks on police and law enforcement in the United States. All the while Harris and Biden sit in the White House and try and figure out who's dumber. They sit in the White House. Think of it. Massive numbers of Venezuelan gang members. Now, Venezuela is very smart. They sent them into our country, and then you read that crime is down.
Y'all listen to greatness right now. I see y'all all in my chat right now with these blue hearts and with this Kamala Harris or whatever y'all talking about, man. Listen, let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all wasting y'all time. Kamala Harris is simply not winning this presidential race. Donald Trump is up so much and so good in the polls, man. We don't even need to talk about a debate. We ain't even really got a debate at this point. Donald Trump done already won. We just waiting on what? November the 5th to get him back in office, man. Harris 2024, man. Do y'all understand what's going on? Y'all still streaming about somebody that's trying to disconnect the people. They don't want to see people's connected. They don't want to see unity. They don't want to see love. They don't want to see compassion amongst the people. And y'all still in this chat with this whack stuff talking about Kamala Harris in 2024. But can't nobody tell me what Kamala Harris did for the United States since they've been in office. They ain't did nothing for the people, man. They done literally destroyed the state, the country, and Donald Trump is telling you that right now. The man putting y'all up on game, man. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Where the red hearts at, man? Where is the red hearts? Where's the MAGA Make America Great Again? Where's the wise for Donald Trump? What are we talking about? You mean to tell me we have more Democrats than Republicans on this live right now? Y'all letting these Democrats get off on us like that, man? Come on, man. We got to stop the flow, man. I appreciate the Republicans just coming in the room, man. We got to stand up against these Democrats, man. Don't let them overtake our chat. I'm just sitting back watching this from a far distance off, and I see more Democrats interacting in the chat than Republicans, man. And we are the same ones streaming that we for Trump. If you for Trump, make it be known, bro. Don't be procrastinating in the chat, bro. If you ashamed to say you want Trump for president, just get out the live, man. Just go on back and continue to do what you're doing, man. Because I don't see nobody representing the Democrats in this chat right now. My moderator in this chat by herself, a true Republican trying to maintain this thing, and she ain't got no love and no support because y'all sitting back quiet. Why we don't have a 387 peoples in the room? Why ain't nobody sharing the video? Why ain't nobody liking the video? You know what I'm saying? Fuck the super chats and the super things. We don't care about that right now. I care about Republicans participating in the live, man. And if you're for Donald Trump, like you said you for Donald Trump, let it be known now. Get them like buttons up, man. We not going to play with this Trump train, man. Y'all already know what time it is. Earlier, I was exhausted. I was tired. I was wasted. But I'm back now. I'm 100% back now, and I'm ready to talk my You already know what time it is when I start talking my So y'all need to stop playing with this chat, man. Come on with the red hearts. Don't even play with it today. We're not even going to play with it. I'm back at the crib in the AC right now. I'm Gucci right now. I need to see where my Republicans at, man. Where y'all at, man? Where y'all at? Show up. Keep the red hearts flowing, man. Keep the red hearts flowing. Keep the Trump 2024. Keep the MAGA going. We got to keep this thing alive, man. Donald Trump took a bullet for this beautiful country. Don't y'all know that? Trump just took a bullet for this country, man. And we not going to acknowledge that? We going to sit here and act like that we don't know that this man took a bullet for us? What are we talking about? What is the discussion? What is the topic? Why I keep seeing more Kamala Harris and blue hearts in my chat right now? I don't need to see that. That's what I need to see. I need to see red hearts, man. Double tap that stream to like the video, man. Come on, guys. Y'all already know what time it is. Them lives I did today, let me sit down right here and talk to y'all, man. Let me sit right here and talk to y'all people right here. Let me put y'all up on game. Y'all know them live videos I did today? I did them live videos for a reason, because I was testing the people. I want to really see if my Republicans were still going to hold me down. A lot of y'all let me down. Some of y'all didn't let me down, but I'm fresh and I'm back. I was fresh earlier, man. Man, listen here, man. Those peaches that I had on that truck, I was going to deliver them peaches to somebody. I was going to take them and drop them off to an elderly person, man, that couldn't get out and get them themselves. That's what I was doing, bro. I wasn't selling no peaches, man. But you know what? If I was selling peaches, it is what it is. That would have been my business. But I was testing the peoples out. And I had a lot of ignorant peoples in my chat earlier today. And I wanted to spaz out on you in a good way. But I said, you know what? I'm going to save the best for last. I'm going to wait till I get back to the crib after I do that drop off for these elderly people, man. And I'm going to come back on live and I'm going to let Trump hit y'all with a little ism. And then I'm going to bounce back and put all your clowns in check, because I'm going to tell you something right now. If you think Kamala Harris going to win president, you got a whole new thing coming, man. It's a new wave, baby. Trump train is back in effect. We smashing the polls right now. We smashing the polls. Hit them like buttons, man. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing. Get them likes up. Come on. 143 likes and we got 300 people in the building. Are y'all serious? So this is what we doing today. Democrats are running the live today. That's what y'all saying. The Democrats are running the show today, right? Because that's what I'm seeing right here. That's what I'm bearing witnessing to. I don't see none but Democrats in here right now. I don't see enough red hearts, man. I don't see enough of nothing, man. What are we talking about, man? Why is it still a discussion while it's still a topic, man? I need y'all to show up and show out in a good way, man. Donald Trump is giving this all right now, trying to save this country, to bring her back to greatness, man. And y'all mean to tell me, that's right, every time I see them numbers fall, I know them Democrats, because y'all don't like it when I'm at my best. Y'all don't like it when I'm spitting that ism at you. So I know why the chat drops, because them Democrats. Yeah. So when they drop out, guys, guess what we're going to do? Ante up with the hearts. Ante up with the hearts. Tap that stream, man. We had 153 likes. Let's hit a 160 real quick. Let me see that 160 piece. Come on, man. Let me see the 160 piece. I keep telling y'all everything that I've been sharing with y'all. Donald Trump telling you about that. Now, do y'all see what the illegal immigrants are doing to this beautiful country? They over here killing our kids, bro. The illegal immigrants are killing our kids. Why? Because we had a president, a so-called president, that decided to open the border back up. Joe Biden, Joseph R. Biden, wanted to open the border back up after Donald Trump had secured the border, man. And this is what we talking about. This is what America want. Y'all want these people to continue to come over here and kill our kids. But guess what? What if your child is the next one hit? Ask yourself that question. What if your kid the next one? What if your mama the next one? What if your sister the next one? What if your cousin or your uncle, so on and so forth, etc.? Then what you gonna say? Oh, man, I should have voted for Donald Trump. It's too late, man. Don't say what you should have done. I'm talking about what you need to do now. Red hearts in the chat. Democrats, I ain't even paying y'all no attention right now. Y'all are irrelevant to me right now. Y'all are strictly irrelevant. Y'all ain't never talking about that, just like Kamala Harris. When she went to Atlanta, when she had them rappers and all that up there with her, y'all thought that was going to make a difference? Y'all think that was going to really help her with the polls? Ain't nobody acknowledging that. Don't nobody care about them rappers, because we already know what type of peoples they are. They ain't who they say they is. If they so much about peace and unity, why most of their music talking about hitting peoples with the head shot? Why they ain't talking about unity? Why they ain't talking about love? Why they ain't talking about bringing the peoples together? What are we talking about? What's discussion? What's the topic? But see, you see what Donald Trump do. Donald Trump dolo solo. The crowd we got out there now is ridiculous, man. It's 50 peoples out there right now filling the whole stadium up. That's like a Super Bowl stadium right there. And it's filled up to the capacity. So what are we talking about, Kamala Harris, with your 1,000 people or with your 947 people with all them voice speakers? Get them blue hearts out of my chat. Get the blue hearts out of my chat. Come on, Republicans. Come on. Do not leave me hanging, bro. Do not leave me hanging. Where's the red hearts? Flood them, flood them, flood them, flood them, flood them. Come on with more red hearts, man. I need to see red, man. I'm sick and tired of seeing these Democrats take over this chat. They've been taking over our chat all day long, bro. And y'all ain't even showing me no love. Y'all ain't got my back. Y'all can't have my back. Y'all can't have my back. Why are we stuck at 170 likes? Are we serious? 170 likes? Why are we stuck at 170 likes? Why can't we get that thing up to 200 real fast? We got 240 people in the room, and I'm very disappointed at that, because some of your Democrats, some of your Republicans out there, y'all ain't sharing the video out. Y'all ain't telling a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend. And so we lacking and we slacking today, man. I don't know what it is with this day. Called Thursday, man, but y'all been slacking today, bro. Come on, man. Show some love, man. Keep them red hearts going. Keep double tapping that stream. Show your boy some love, man. Let me see. All right, let me see if I can make her a manager mod. Add as moderator. Bam. Boom, let's go. Let's flat foot get it, man. Keep that chat going. Keep that chat going. Athena, I just made you use a manager moderator now. You don't see it? You don't see it? Use a manager moderator. You don't see that? I just switched you up. I just changed it up for you. Tell me if you see your new if you see your new symbol. Because I just made you a manager moderator. I just gave you what you wanted. Let me see. Let me see you pop up in the chat and let me know that you managing moderator now, that you are official moderator. Let me see that. Let me see that. I can't see that. You ain't responding to me. You ain't responding to me. You got to let me know what's going on so I know what I need to do on my end while we live right now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Where you at, Athena? I don't see you. Okay. Okay, now do your thug thizzle. Do your thug thizzle. I just gave you what you want. Do your thug thizzle, man. We need to get them Democrats up out of this chat, bro. You know what I'm saying? If they talking reckless, you know what to do. Long as they acting like civilized people like we Republicans do, then they okay. They all right. But right now, we at 192 likes, man. Smash the like button and get this thing up to 200 likes, man. We need 200 likes. And I love those red hearts. They coming through now. They coming through now. The Republicans standing up now. We standing up now. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Okay, Scotty. Okay, Nathan. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Look at all them blue hearts came behind them red. There we go. Pick it up. There you go, Carolyn. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Y'all rocking with your boy Wet, man. What time it is, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. Y'all already know what it do. Potential spam. I ain't even taking that call. That's a spam call. But y'all already know what time it is, man. It's time to get back on that TV and see what my boy Trump got to say. Y'all know what time it is. Let's get Donald J. Trump back on the TV and stop playing with it. Let's get Trump back on the TV and stop playing with it. Come on, man. We ain't gonna rock like that today, man. We all that we have. You feel me? We all that we have, man. Y'all already know what time it is. Trump all day, every day. Hit that like button, man. We at 199 likes, man. Make that thing 200. Republican, hit that, double tap that stream right now and make it 200. Double tap right now. Don't play with it. There we go. Now y'all know what time it is. Now y'all know what time it is. Your boy done showed up and y'all already know I'm going to show out for the rest of the day. I'm going to show out for the rest of the day. And guess what else I'm finna do? Guess what else I'm finna do? I'm finna show off on them Democrats right now. Let me show y'all something else. Let me show y'all something else. Let me turn this light on for a minute. Let me use this for a quick second. I'm going to show these Democrats something. I'm finna show these Democrats something. And all my Republicans, all my true subscribers, you know what? I need y'all to go over there right now. I'm finna show you something. I need y'all to go over there right now. Don't even hesitate. Don't wait. Don't play with it. Don't do none of that. I need y'all to go over there right now. When I pin this, I need you to go over there right now. And I'm finna show you what I'm talking about. Don't even play with it. Don't even play with it. We not going to play today. So I told you, everything I do for a reason. Them lives, 2 lives earlier was a setup. It was a setup. I wanted to see how y'all was going to respond to it. The Democrats, y'all thought y'all was getting off. I'm fresh and I'm back. I'm in the man cave. I'm in the AC. I'm relaxed. Yeah. Oh, boy, look at them red hearts, man. Unbelievable. But check this out right here. Finna hit y'all with something real fast. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. When I drop it, you already know what time it is. When I drop it, you already know what time it is. Do not play with it. Do not disappoint me. Drop where you from. Drop where you from while I'm looking for this. Drop where you from. Y'all Democrats, I'm finna show y'all something right now. Yeah, I'm finna show y'all something. I'm finna give y'all the business right now. I'm finna really give y'all something to talk about. Watch this part right here. Watch this part right here. Watch this part. Hard work, baby. Hard work. Y'all already know what time it is. Copy that. Copy that. Now get out of that. Copy that. Copy that. Click on that. Click on that. And put it in there. Bam. Let me pin that. Let me pin that thing real fast. Let me pin this thing real fast. View message. Let me get up out of this. Just keep it going. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. Keep it going. Y'all ain't got to stop because I'm doing what I'm doing. Come on, keep it going, man. Teamwork makes the dream work. Stop playing with it, man. Y'all need to stop playing with it. Y'all need to stop playing with it now. Y'all need to stop playing with it. Can I pin it from here? Can I pin it from here? Let me take my Cash App down. Let me take my Cash App down. Yeah. Y'all ain't sending no Cash Apps. Go ahead and drop them super chats. Let's go. Let's go. Drop them super chats. Put that money out there for me right now. Let's go. We not going to play with it. Let's go. Y'all want me? You got me. Let's go. Let's flat foot get it. Don't play with it. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Where y'all at, man? Come on now. Come on. Don't play with it, man. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Y'all already know what time it is. When I get at this point right here, you know what I'm saying? Y'all already know what time it is. Bama in the building. That's right. Alabama, roll tide. Roll tide. Roll tide. Let me go ahead and pin something real fast. Bam. Bam. Okay. Okay. Just for the record, y'all see that? Y'all see that pin message? You see that pin message, right? Guess what I need you to do? Click that link. YouTube just approved another channel. I need y'all to subscribe to it right now, guys. Let's go. Let's go. I'm gonna know if my true Republican supporters are subscribing to that channel. Cause guess what I'm finna do? I'm finna switch over. I'm on Wi-Fi. I'm finna switch over and I'm finna monitor. I'm finna monitor. Yeah, that's what I'm finna do. I'm finna monitor. I'm finna see what's really going on. Yeah, come on, don't play with it. 290. Look. I can't make it up. 2,942. Come on, man. Let's go. Let's go. Mike, I already know you're going to say no. You's a Republican. You's a Democrat. Mary Dixon, you's a Democrat. You's a loser. Everybody that come in my chat saying anything from that perspective, you's a loser. Mike, I'm not even going to even kick you out. I'm going to let you stay in. That's what stupid Democrats do. Correction, radicals. Y'all are radicals. Y'all are not Democrats. Y'all are radicals. We're not even going to give you a name like that. Y'all don't even deserve that title. You know what I'm saying? That's right. That's right. Come on, man. Let's get it going, man. 2,951. I need y'all to subscribe, bro. I need all my Republicans right now in this chat right now to hit that subscribe button right now. Do not keep me waiting. Do not keep me waiting. If you say you're for Trump, manifest it. Now is the perfect time to manifest it. Now is the perfect time to manifest it. That's right. Now is the perfect time, bro. Now is the perfect time to manifest it. Why are we still stuck on 2,951? Why are we still stuck on that? Y'all ain't rocking with me or something? Y'all ain't rocking with me? We don't like Biden. Absolutely right. We don't like Biden. We don't like nobody that coming out that allow illegal immigrants to come in our country and kill our kids. You absolutely right. We can't like nobody like that. You feel me? That's why I keep telling y'all they hit that 2,951, man. That thing ain't changing, man. I'm getting disappointed. I'm getting upset, man. I'm getting upset with the people right now because y'all ain't showing me what y'all say y'all stand for and represent, man. There's too many people's in this chat right now saying Trump all day, every day. Notification warning, get that out of my chat. Get that out of my chat. My moderator, get that. Come on, let's go, Athena. Get that out the chat. Get that out the chat. I gave you what you wanted. Get it out the chat. Work this chat. Work the chat, work the chat, work the chat. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Get them out. Wow, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Get it out my chat. I don't even want to see nothing like that. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Where we at, man? Why we still stuck on 2,951, man? Why are we still stuck on 2,951? So that means to tell me 232 people, 231 besides my moderator are Democrats. Okay. So y'all left me in the room with 231 Democrats. That's how we're going to do it. It's okay. It's okay. I ain't even mad at you, man. I ain't mad at y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want me to give y'all this good energy and this good time, and y'all ain't doing y'all part, man. I don't get it. I don't understand. That's why we lost last time, man. The people, man. The people was procrastinating. The peoples are not who they say they are. The peoples are not who they say they are, man. I need you to show up and show out in a major way. Why are we still stuck at 2,951? Why? 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 Tell me. Why? 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 Y'all see that right there? I need y'all to go on over there. That YouTube channel is monetized, just for the record, just so the Democrats know that. I meant the radicals. We're not going to call them Democrats. They radicals and Democrats or whatever, right? But anyway, that channel was monetized right there. So guess what you can do now? You can go over there and become a member. You can go over there and become a member, and you can catch good videos like this with Melina and Trump. You can catch good videos like that. So you need to go over there and check out that YouTube channel right now, man. Straight like that, man. We still stuck at 2,951. I am totally upset right now. I'm upset right now. I tell you what I'm finna do. I'm finna end this live. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna end this live until people show me that they appreciate the energy and the effort that I'm putting in supporting Donald Trump for president. That's what we gonna do. I'm just gonna go over to my other channel and rock out over there. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and rock at on my other channel, man. I'm not even gonna even stress that no more. It's just too crazy right now. The peoples ain't here with me today. I don't know what Thursday, what's so special or different about Thursday, man. But we normally be smashing right now. We be kicking butts and behinds right now. I don't get it. I don't understand it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm right here with y'all, man. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Let me change that, man. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for me to go live on my other channel, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's time for me to go live on my other channel, man. I can't rock out like this, bro. I just can't do it. My Republicans, y'all must be at work today. Y'all must be sleeping today. Like, what's going on? Where the people's at, man? Why we don't have number 198 people's in the room? I get it. I understand. That means those are Democrats, man. Those are Democrats, man. And I do not like the fact that Democrats are able to come in here and take over my live video or my chat. I cannot stand it. I do not appreciate that, not even a little bit. Period. I don't appreciate that, man. I don't appreciate that at all. And I'm trying to figure out where the people's at. Why y'all not supporting me? Why y'all not doing that? Y'all mean to tell me that's all we good for? 30,000 views? And we done been on here an hour? And we only at 30,000 views in an hour? That's how we doing it? Huh? That's how we doing it? Let me change this. Let me change this. I'm finna go on my other YouTube channel, the one that I got pinned. I'm finna go over there and rock with my subscribers and my Republican supporters over there, man. That's what I'm gonna do, man. That's what I'm gonna do. I appreciate y'all for checking in. I appreciate all the hard work, the effort. Y'all already know what time it is, man. I gotta go over there and check out my other channel, man, because folks ain't doing right over here. We ain't doing right over here. I don't know what's going on with Thursday. I don't know why Thursday's so different from the other days, but y'all already know what time it is, guys. 30,000 views in 1 hour is non-acceptable. It's non-acceptable, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not accepted. I can't accept that. I can't accept 30,000 views in 1 hour. That's not good enough. We're not reaching enough people, bro. We're not reaching enough people. So that means y'all ain't liking, y'all ain't sharing, y'all ain't doing none of that, man. You know what I'm saying? But we still sitting here talking about we support Donald Trump, though. I don't get it. I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Rodney Stevenson, you know what? I'm going to time you out myself. I'm finna treat you like a little kid. I'm going to treat you like a little kid. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that, Athena. Appreciate that. I'm going to treat you like a little kid, sucker. You know what I'm talking about? So y'all already know what time it is, man. Keep it 100 with you. Keep it a buck with you guys. I love y'all. I love y'all. I'm testing y'all. That's all I'm doing. I'm testing y'all. I'm not disappointed in none of y'all. Because y'all guys are awesome, man. Without y'all, this platform is nothing. Y'all make this platform great. Y'all give me the opportunity to reach out to the people, to speak to the people, to encourage them to vote for Donald Trump. So like I always tell you, man, I have to test y'all to see where y'all really at. And guess what? Y'all never fail. Y'all never let me down. Y'all never let me down. You might not send me cash apps. You might not send me super thanks all the time, but y'all guys never let me down. And that's why I love y'all. That's why I go as hard as I go. So sometimes you got to understand. Your boy just throw certain stuff out there just to see how the people's going to react and respond to it. You feel me? But guess what? Y'all already know what time it is, man. Let me flip this thing back and show y'all what it's doing, man. This is what we finna do right now. The Table Talk Podcast. I'm finna end this live and I'm finna slide over there, right? I need y'all to come over there and holler at your boy. Come chill with me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Come spend a little time with me over there. You know what I'm talking about? Come on over there right now and show your boy some love, man. I'm going to leave the link attached, right? We're going to leave the link attached, right? So at some point, when you feel like you're ready to come over there and rock with your boy and see what your boy got going on over there on the Table Talk podcast, then y'all can just come over there and holler at your boy, because I got what you need. Fresh pair of J's and a fresh pair of jeans. And I love to do this right here because I know it irritates them Democrats when I talk bad about Joe Biden, when I talk bad about Kamala Harris. I know y'all don't like that. I got to hit you with the, you know what I'm talking about? Because y'all ain't got nothing going on. Y'all done effed America all the way up, and you can't bounce back. Okay, 2,954. That means y'all guys subscribing then. Athena, you're doing a great job. You're doing a monstrous job right now. You killing them right now. Yeah. You can't click the link. Why you can't click the link? Let me see. Let me see what you're talking about. Let me see what you're talking about. You can't click the link. Let me get back on my own live and see what you're talking about. Because if you say you can't click that link, I need to rectify that. I need to fix that. I need to fix that. And y'all see this right here? My computer done froze on me. Done froze on me. But let me get that link back up. Let me get that link back up, man. I'm going to show you how I'm going to show you for the ones that may say the link worked for me. Okay, that's right, Sherry. Because look, all you got to do, there's 3 little buttons right there up under the heart, right there. Watch this right here when I click on them 3 buttons. Bam. Bring the link right up. Now watch this right here, though. When I click on the blue. Watch this. Come on, phone. Come on now. Let me go back. Let me go back. Oh, there it is. It popped up. Table Talk podcast, man. So y'all already know what time it is over there. It's the same thing over here, but we got a little bit more stuff going on over there. So you need to go ahead and subscribe to the channel right now, because I'm about to go live over there on the Table Talk podcast in about 10 minutes. I need y'all to go ahead. I'm going to give y'all 10 minutes to go ahead and subscribe to that channel right now. I'm going to give you 10 minutes right now. And guys, y'all already know what time it is. We almost at 30,000 subscribers on Struggling and Striving. Man, we was just at 20,000 a couple of days ago. So that means we done picked up over 6,000 subscribers in 3 days. Ridiculous numbers. We are, and I say we, not me. I say we. Man, we making history right now on YouTube. Y'all already know what time it is, man. We making history right now. Keep it coming 24/7. No stop love. I need some love right now. Okay. Okay, we at 200. Okay, 2,958. So that means 6 more people than subscribe to it. Y'all got 5 more minutes, man. Easy E, appreciate that. Kia, appreciate that. I subscribe to the Table Talk. A-Flock, okay. No blue link pops up. Look, man, I'm going to show you one more time, homie. I'm going to show you one more time. Just watch me on the stream. Pay attention to what I'm doing. Pay attention to what I'm doing. I'm going to click on my profile, right? Then I'm going to go on my live. Y'all see that? I'm live. Now watch this here. You see that little yellow thing right there? That's the link, right? You see them 3 little dots up under that heart? I'm going to click on it. You see what pops up? You ain't got to click the blue dot, the 3 dots but one time. And once you see that link, this all you got to do is click on the link, man. It's going to take you straight to it, brother. What kind of phone you got? You ain't using one of them Obama phones, are you? If you using one of them Obama phones, you might throw that in the trash, man. That ain't got nothing going on, man. That was a part of the plan to trick the people to vote for him, man. Them Obama phones ain't nothing. I got one right here. Trash. Straight trash. Straight trash. Anonymous, get him up out of here. Get him up out of here, Athena. Get him up out of here. I don't even want to hear that crap. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go, guys. Let's flat foot get it, man. We got to put some work in, man. Let's go, man. You know what I'm saying? I wanted y'all guys to finish watching the video over here, man. You know what I'm saying? But y'all, you know, we gotta step our game up, man. We got to step our game up. We can't let them Democrats feel like that we falling off, we giving up. We still popping, bro. You know what I'm saying? We still propping. Let's go. Trump all day, every day, 24/7. Y'all already know what time it is. Trump 2024. Let's flat foot get it, man. Where we at? Because I'm about to go over there in 3 more minutes, man. We got 3 more minutes. I'm trying to give y'all guys some time to catch up, man. I'm trying to give y'all some time to catch up now. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. 2,960. That means we done picked up what? 2 more subscribers, man. Keep subscribing, man. I'm giving y'all time to subscribe so y'all can catch up with it now. Don't get left behind. Do not get left behind, man. Don't get left behind. And y'all already know what time it is. I'm going to tell y'all something right now. I'm going to put you up on game. When you subscribe to the channel, don't just be a sub. I need you to participate. You know what I mean? Participate, because I got some good videos over there, man. Y'all need to watch them videos. I need y'all to watch the videos. Don't just subscribe to the channel, but I need y'all to watch the videos. Show your boy some love, man. Y'all already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? See, them Democrats, I had them on the flip side early today. They was like, damn, what he got going on? He mad at everybody. Come on, man. That's how I butter y'all up. That's how I sucker y'all up. I suckered all y'all up. That's exactly what I done. And I got to call somebody over here to get my laptop computer straight. You know what I'm saying? Before I even go live over there on the Table Talk podcast, because I got people using my videos and my content without my consent. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't going to have that. You ain't finna be making no money off my content and not breaking bread. You know what I'm saying? With the done, we not going to rock like that. We not going to rock like that. Period. At all. None whatsoever. Y'all already know what time it is. Where you at? Damn, what you had did to that computer to get it from my fro? Come over here and do it before you leave. All right. Yeah, stick with me, man. That's right. Okay, Athena, I see you. I see you. That's what I'm talking about. That's right. That's how you get them up out of here. Athena doing a thug thizzle. Boy, I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie, man. That poll is going off right now. That poll almost at 3,000 votes, man. What are we? Ooh, big boy numbers. Big boy numbers. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Let's see where we at. Let's see where we at with the views, man. Let's see where we at with the views. You know what I'm saying? I take them views serious. You know, them numbers. Don't play with them numbers, man. We're not going to play with them numbers. We're going to keep them numbers up there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know what type of numbers this channel right here produce, man. You know what I'm saying? We try to hit 60,000 or better. 60,000 or better. You know what I'm talking about? That's how we rocking, bro. 60,000. Are y'all hitting that subscribe button? We at 26,489 subscribers, man. We getting close to 27,000. We can't get to 27,000 in a day? Huh? We can't get to 27,000 in? 4,089? Listen, man, we need 511 more subscribers. Can we get that? Can we hit 27,000 today? Today. Can we hit 27,000 today on this live? Let's check these numbers out, because we're not playing with these numbers. I don't play with them numbers. I need my numbers. I need my numbers to stay where my numbers are at, period. I don't need my numbers switching up on me at all. You know what I'm saying? Because when the numbers switch up, man, we ain't doing what we supposed to do. We got to mash the gas. Okay. We at 33,830. 33,830. We need to hit 50,000 real fast. We need to hit 50,000 real fast. 33,896. 33,927. 33,944. Keep the views going, man. Let's hit 50,000. Let's hit 50,000. 50,000 views, man. 50,000. 34,021. Hold on, let me get this video back up. Come on with the super chats. Come on with the super chats. I don't see no super chats. I don't see no super chats. What a super chat said. You're doing a good job too, Athena. I appreciate that.
In an insane asylum, and he'd love to have you for dinner. You right there. He'd love to have you for dinner. But I mentioned him because we have people like that coming into our country. They're closing their insane asylums all over the world. They're sending their criminals into the United States. Venezuelan crime is down 72% because they're sending their criminals and their drug dealers and their prisoners to the United States. And next year, I think, instead of being here, which is a great place, I love this place, we'll go to Venezuela or someplace in South America where they've sent all their criminals to us because we'll have a nice, safe event. We can go to Venezuela next year where the crime drops 72% and we're going to have a nice, safe event because in Minnesota, you will have lots of people that you don't have now, although many of them are here now. They're just sort of getting used to it. You'll have people from their jails and from their mental institutions in Minnesota. So we'll go to a nice, safe location. She co-sponsored the $100 trillion Green New scam. Have you heard of him? He was badly beaten and everybody went to him and said, Joe, you can't win, you can't win. He said, no, let me debate him. Let me debate him, please. That didn't work out too well either. That was the end. The debate was the end. You can't beat him, Joe. Now we just beat you, Joe. You're going to lose. You got to get out. We want to get out. You got to get out, Joe. There was nothing nice about what they were doing. It wasn't democracy, was it? It wasn't democracy. They were saying, we want you out of the race, Joe, and we want you out here. You're going to lose. These are quotes from some of the fake news. Look at all the fake news back there. Wow. That's a lot of fake news. Man. That's a lot of fake news, Mike. Joe, you're going to lose. We want to put somebody else in. And then I realized last night I was speaking to a great group of people, Christians, all Christians, and they've been horribly treated by this administration. Today I spoke to Bitcoin crypto. So I went from Christians to Bitcoin, and now I'm with you in Minnesota. We cover a lot of territory. Think of that. So Christians to Bitcoin to Minnesota. We cover a lot of territory. And I never mess it up by saying, let me tell you about Bitcoin. I don't do that, no. Remember Biden, of course I don't want to talk too much about him, but when he was in Iowa, and he said, it's great to be in Idaho. No, if I ever did that once, it would be the end. They'd say that's the end. He's cognitively impaired. That would be the end. The fake news would go crazy. But I thought last night as I was speaking to this incredible group of evangelicals.
Okay, somebody sent me $20.
It's, oh, you like that.
Appreciate that 20 piece. White noise. I saw it on both channels and keep spreading the truth. Also try.
You put faith back, you put religion back into our country, it's going to be a much better.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it.
Well, I thought last night, I said, you know, it's sort of unfair. You have a guy, he says he's great, he's president and all that stuff. They rigged the election, but we won't talk about that. And they say he's president. So he comes out, and he comes out raring to go, and he gets badly beaten. He's losing, and all of a sudden he's like a fighter. He's losing. Then they took him out of the fight, and they put a new fighter. We have a new victim now, Kamala. We have a new victim. We have a brand new victim. And honestly, she's a radical left lunatic. And she is, when you find out about her, all I have to say is defund the police. That was her big thing. Let's defund the police. And as I often say, you know, politicians don't change. Whatever they say first, that's where they are. They don't change. Wouldn't you say that, Tom? Whatever they say, if they said 5 years ago, 8 years ago, defund the police, she said it like 2 years ago or 3 years ago. But so if that's what they say, that's ultimately where they want to go. But this was really a coup and by the Democrats. This was a coup of a man that had 14 million votes. He wanted to run. They wouldn't let him run. They treated him horribly. They said to him, we can do it the nice way or we can do it the hard way. To Joe, he's president. This was a coup with the presidency. They threatened him with the 25th Amendment. They said, Joe, we're going to threaten you with a thing called the 25th Amendment. You're cognitively and physically a mess. And if you don't get out, we're going to take you out with the 25th Amendment. And he said, I'll go. And then the fake news said, oh, he was so brave. He was so brave. No, he was forced to leave. So now we have a new candidate to defeat the most incompetent, unpopular, and far-left vice president in American history, probably the most far-left person in American history. Less than 4 months from now, Minnesota is going to defeat Kamala Harris. And remember what I said a short time ago, she strongly fought for many, many bad things, but to me, I love the police. We're not defunding them. We're going to fund them. We're going to overfund them. She's just thinking. She's defund the police, and I'm overfund the police. We're going to overfund. We're going to evict this radical and incompetent administration from the White House, and together we are going to make America great again. With your vote this election, inflation will stop, the illegal aliens will be turned back, the cartels will be in retreat, crime will fall, energy prices will plummet, incomes will soar, and a world in chaos will rapidly be transformed into a planet of peace. And very importantly, and you don't hear this anymore, the words you don't hear under the Trump administration, the American dream will come roaring back bigger, better, and stronger than ever before. The American dream will come back, right? But if a crazy liberal, and she's beyond liberal. Look, she was a failure at every stop. She was a failed vice president. She was a horrible district attorney. She destroyed San Francisco. She was a liberal she was there before all the guys that you're currently reading about, right? If a crazy liberal like Kamala Harris gets in, the American dream is dead. I believe it's dead. I believe it's dead. Over the past 3.5 years, Border Czar Harris, which is what she called herself, even the New York Times today, they took an article out of the New York Times, Border Czar. Now, you know, they're deleting everything that says, these people back there are deleting everything. But we already have it. You know, 3 months ago, she was thought of.
All right, guys, we just hit $20, man. We need to hit at least $80. We got 20 minutes left on live. We need $60 more to break even at 80 today. I need y'all to come through. Let's go.
So badly they were just killing her. And now that she's in this position, they're trying to make her into a, let's say, Margaret Thatcher. I don't think so. It's not going to happen. Margaret Thatcher didn't laugh like that, did she? Did she laugh? Hello? If she did, she wouldn't have been Margaret Thatcher. It's very simple, right? Border Czar Harris allowed almost 20 million illegal aliens to stampede into our country. If she gets another 4 years, it'll be 40 to 50 million more people in our country, and they'll be using Medicare and Social Security. They will be gone. They'll be wiped out. They'll be destroyed. There won't be a thing your government can do about it. She will kill Social Security and Medicare. As Vice President, Kamala Harris cast the tie-breaking votes that created the worst inflation in half a century. I believe the worst inflation that we've ever had. You know, they don't use the real numbers. They don't use the numbers that are really, really bad, but they're bad enough to have the worst just about that anybody can ever even think of or remember, decimating working families. And if she wins, inflation will only get worse. It's going to get worse. Already energy and gasoline are going up. You see what's happening? More and more per gallon. We had it down to $1.87. We actually had it lower than that for a period of time. A Kamala Harris presidency means 4 more years of extremism, weakness, failure, chaos, and probably World War III. I really believe it. They have no, that's why this happened today in Israel. Shocking that it happened out of nowhere. A Trump victory will bring back leadership, competence, common sense, and strength to the Oval Office. That's what we had. We had no wars. We had no wars. Think of it. We had no wars. Remember when crooked Hillary Clinton used to say, he's going to get us into a war. Look at him. Look at his rhetoric. I said, no, my rhetoric's going to keep us out of wars. That's what happened. We had no wars. They didn't think about it. Putin would have never gone in. Iran was broke. I told China, if you buy 1 barrel of oil from Iran, you're not doing any more business in the United States. And they didn't buy any. They didn't buy any. And we would have had to deal with Iran within 1 week after the election if the election didn't take that horrible turn. You know, we got millions more votes the second time than we did the first. The New York Times asked me, what happened the second time? I said, the second time we got like 10 million more votes, right? Oh, I never thought of that. The reporter said, oh, yeah, you're right, actually. Let's go to another question. But let's review Kamala's insanely liberal record. As a senator, she was ranked the #1 most radical left Democrat in the entire Senate. They say she made Bernie Sanders look like a moderate. He was unhappy with that today, did you say? He said, oh, no, I think I might have been more liberal than her. They were fighting over who's more liberal. If this country has a liberal president, this country is finished, okay, just so you know. And she's weak liberal. Just a few years ago, Kamala Harris co-sponsored Bernie Sanders $32 trillion. You know what that means? That means file for bankruptcy as you're signing the legislation. Everything is gone. Your taxes will go up by 4 or 5 times, and it still won't be nearly enough. $32 trillion socialist takeover of the entire U.S. healthcare system. She endorsed outlawing private health insurance entirely. Many people have private health insurance. It's phenomenal. If they work hard and they make a little money, they want to have great health insurance. She wanted it outlawed. She supported giving free taxpayer-funded health care to all illegal aliens. Come on in. Come on in. Now, but just think of it. Everybody that comes into our country, including from prisons, mental institutions, insane asylums, you know, they go crazy when I mention Dr. Hannibal Lecter. You know who that was? They say, why does he keep mentioning Hannibal Lecter? Well, you see, he was a slightly troubled patient in an insane asylum, and he'd love to have you for dinner, you right there. He'd love to have you for dinner. But I mention him because we have people like that coming into our country. They're closing their insane asylums all over the world. They're sending their criminals into the United States. Venezuelan crime is down 72%. Because they're sending their criminals and their drug dealers and their prisoners to the United States. And next year, I think, instead of being here, which is a great place, I love this place, we'll go to Venezuela or someplace in South America where they've sent all their criminals to us, because we'll have a nice, safe event. We can go to Venezuela next year where the crime drops 72%, and we're going to have a nice, safe event because In Minnesota, you will have lots of people that you don't have now, although many of them are here now. They're just sort of getting used to it. You'll have people from their jails and from their mental institutions in Minnesota. So we'll go to a nice, safe location. She co-sponsored the $100 trillion Green New scam to abolish oil, coal, and natural gas. She pledged to ban fracking. No fracking. Oh, that's going to do well in Pennsylvania, isn't it? Remember Pennsylvania, I said it. She wants no fracking. She's on tape. The beautiful thing about modern technology is when you say something, you're screwed if it's bad. If you say it wrong, you're screwed. She said, I never said about fracking. Then we play about 90 tapes, you know. There will be no fracking. We will defund the police, she says. I have to be very careful when I say that, because if I say, we will defund the police, imitating her, they'll put me on television tonight saying, Donald Trump wants to defund the police. Right? Gotta be very careful, Tom. Sarcasm doesn't work when you have a crooked press. You know, when I imitated him, because Biden, and I don't want to waste a lot of time, because it's over now, right? He's gone. I told you he would be. I told you he wasn't going to make it. I told you. In the debate, and they called for the debate. They wanted it early. I said, okay, I accepted every rule. Everyone said, why did you do that? I mean, you accepted CNN, you accepted fake Tapper, you accepted all of these things. Why did you do that? So I said, because it's the only way, because they thought I wouldn't do it. So I said yes, and they were shocked. But we had the debate, right? And he kept saying, like, they'd say Jake Tapper, fake Tapper. But I have to tell you, they were very fair. In my opinion, they were very fair. 95%. You can't ask for, but I was shocked. They gained a whole level of respect. I really mean it. CNN and both of them, they gained a level of respect, right? Don't you think so? I do. I told them that. I called them both up. But I never saw a debate like this. So, you know, we're given a certain period of time, and I'm running. I got to talk very fast because there's so many things to say. My mind is rushing. Boom, and I hit it right on the butt. But they kept saying to him, so you have 92 seconds left? What? You have 92 seconds left. And I said, I'll take it. They said, no, you're not allowed to. You have 92 seconds. And he was like, oh, next question. So you have 38 seconds remaining? What? Oh. So we got off to a good start. But from the time of the debate, that was the beginning of the end. The debate was not good. And then he tried to recoup by going and doing some interviews with really nice people that actually wanted to help him along. But they can't answer the question for him. So it wasn't a good situation. And now we have somebody that's, I believe, worse than him. I really do. Kamala called for slashing consumption of red meat to fight climate change. Now, you know what that means, because in a couple of countries, they're actually getting rid of their cows and their cattle. They want to get rid of their cattle because they say it's environmentally unacceptable. So that'll be next. They're going to be coming to you, Tom. Please go to the legislature and get rid of all cows, all cattle. Horses will be next, and at some point, I guess they'll go after the human also, won't they? It's crazy. It's crazy. The humans are next. No, she's terrible. She's terrible. I mean, she's as bad as you get. She supported mandatory gun confiscation, ripping firearms away from law-abiding citizens, and she said that a 80% tax rate is a bold idea that should be discussed. It's very interesting to her. I think that's nice. How about 80%? Kamala is also a total radical on abortion. Should we talk about abortion? Do you mind for a second, right? When you compare my position on abortion to that of Kamala Harris, my position is actually just polled 8 points higher, and that's because she's a radical. She's an absolute radical on abortion. She wants abortion in the 8th and 9th month of pregnancy. Think of that. And right up until birth and even after birth. The governor of Virginia, the ex-governor, we have a great governor of Virginia right now, but the governor that preceded Glenn is, he was horrible. I call him Michael Jackson, remember? Remember his wife stopped him from doing a moonwalk? Oh, that was a good thing, because nobody could moonwalk like Michael. He wanted to moonwalk to show that would not have been good, but he blew it anyway. But he said, we put the baby aside. If the baby's born, we put the baby aside, and we discuss with the mother whether or not we terminate the baby's life. This is after. This is an abortion. This is called killing. This is called a word beyond abortion. This is called execution. Kamala supports taxpayer funds to pay for abortion for any reason. She even voted against legislation that would require medical providers to give care to babies born alive after an attempted abortion. They're the radical ones. You see, the Democrats really, and not all of them, because most of them agree with us, they're the radical ones, whereas our position is that abortion is now back to the states. They've wanted to have this. This has been going on for 52 years, the way everybody and all legal scholars, they always said this is the way it should be. Everybody wanted it back in the states. Democrats, Republicans, liberals, conservatives, and legal scholars. Every legal scholar wanted it back in the states. And then about 14 years ago, people started talking about the number of weeks, the number of months, the number of this, that. They wanted it back in the states where people can decide, and that's what's happening. You look at Ohio, they decided. You look at Kansas, they decided. You look at a lot of different states, they decided. And sometimes it comes out the way certain people want it. Sometimes it didn't. Ohio came out with somewhat of a liberal interpretation, and so did Kansas, which was a little surprising, but it's the vote of the people. Like Ronald Reagan, I believe in exceptions for the life of the mother, rape, and incest. And I also believe that you have to follow your heart, but you also have to get elected. You have to remember that. We have to get elected. And I want to thank the 6 Supreme Court justices, Clarence Thomas, Samuel Alito, John Roberts, Brett Kavanaugh, Neil Gorsuch, and Amy Coney Barrett for the wisdom and courage they showed on this long-term, very contentious issue. But getting it back to the states puts the question where it belongs, with the vote of the people, and it's over time. And you'll see this over time. It's going to work out incredibly well, and just an issue that was tearing our country apart for years and years is coming to an end, and people are coming together. It's going to be the vote of the people, and it's a state vote. It's the way it was supposed to be. It should have never been in the federal government. So, thank you. I think it's so important to say. I think it's so important to talk about. This November, the American people are going to reject Kamala Harris's crazy liberal extremism on a massive landslide. We're going to have a landslide because it's going to be too big to rig. You know what too big to rig is? We're not going to let her turn the United States into communist San Francisco. You know, 15 years ago, San Francisco was perhaps the greatest city in the country. And now it's unlivable. It's unlivable. The crime is so bad. The drugs are so bad. She has ruined it. She was the original of the bad DAs. She was the original of the bad prosecutors. She blew them all away. There are a lot of people that say she destroyed San Francisco. She will destroy our country. She will destroy. And moderate, you know what? We can maybe live with moderate, but we have to bring our country back. We've gone down a long way. Remember this, out of the 20 million people, and probably much more than that came in, so many, they have to be taken out. We're gonna have the largest deportation effort in the history of our country. The criminals, we have to get them out immediately. Every voter in Minnesota needs to know that when the violent mobs of anarchists and looters and Marxists came to burn down Minneapolis 4 years ago, remember me? I couldn't get your governor to act. He's supposed to call in the National Guard or the Army, and he didn't do it. I couldn't get your governor. So I sent in the National Guard to save Minneapolis, while Kamala Harris sided with the arsonist and rioter and raised money to bail out the criminals, bail them all out of jail. kept waiting for his call. Remember the guy from CNN, the reporter, so-called? I won't use his name, I don't want to embarrass. Shaved head, nice looking head, actually shaved. And he goes, this is a friendly demonstration. And behind him, the entire city was burning. Remember, it was like a war zone. The entire city was burning down. And as he was speaking, somebody threw like a hand grenade at his feet and broke his knee. This is a friendly rally. No, you know what's a friendly rally? This is a friendly rally. By the way, I feel so bad. There are 25,000 people outside that cannot. If you people all go and vote, now look. There's no way we lose this. There's no way we should lose this league.
All right, guys, I'm about to end this video. I think we had like 46,000 views. We did earn $20 today, 475 people's in the room, 316 likes. I'm rocking with that. I will be going back live again tonight, Table Talk Podcast. I'm going to leave the link pinned. Even when the video ends, you can still check it out. Go over there, like, share, subscribe, and comment. I'll catch up with y'all later on.